Hey, how's everyone? It's Mr. Brayman. I wanted to give you kind of a quick update on what's going on. Let's go ahead and take a look real quick at our weekly schedule here. So today we talked about a workflow discussion. We talked about PA1 practice solutions, and then we went and discussed PA1 quick quiz 1 corrections and reflections. And that's what I want to focus on this video here. So let's go ahead real quick. I'm going to go from here to the Promethean board. I'm going to go through it with you, and let you understand what it is that I'm asking for you. It's not just about making corrections. It's also about making reflections. So, without further ado, here we go. All right. So we have this was our kind of our a quick quiz, right? It's our quick quiz 1. Here's how I like to do these things. Here's how I like to do these. Um, what I like to do on these is for a quick quiz, you need to learn something from it. So when we're all done, we're going to take a look at the 3 questions I want you to answer here. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's do the quiz first, right? Start with number 1, 15 divided by 3 times 5. We're going to take care of that division first. We'll do the 5. 15 divided by 3 is 5 times 5. And that gives us 25. Solid there, okay. We got some exponents to deal with first, no parentheses. So we got 16 plus 6, and that gives us 22. Fantastic news there. Let's go ahead. Let's go number 3. Number 3, here's some of your basics still. You've got 2 plus 5 plus 5. 2 plus 5 is 7 plus 5. 7 plus 5 is 12. Okay? So this is all stuff that you know, and that's okay. That's okay. Number 4 is the first one I really want to look at here. What I want to do right now is take a look at what we have to do. I'm going to treat this fraction as if it's a grouping symbol, essentially. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take care and simplify that fraction first before I do my multiplication. So if I look here, minus a negative, and Mrs. Hunt would say the same thing, is plus a positive. So if I'm going to simplify that top, this becomes 5, 5 times, and 5 plus 1 is 6 divided by 6. Now you can do this 2 different ways. You could do the multiplication now. You could do 5 times 6 on top to get 36. You could do that. You'd get 30 over 6 and you'd get 5. Or you could simplify this guy right here. You could say this is 5 times 1. That also gives you 5. Now, it's a little out of order. I totally get that. It's a little out of order. But we're going to use our math skills to be able to do that. Okay, number 5. Let's take a look at this guy. Ooh, a lot of parentheses. Let's emphasize what we've got. Where does this parenthesis go with, or which one does this one go with? And that looks like it goes right here. Why are there so many parentheses in there, Mr. Brayman? It's a really good question. What I've done is I've made sure that negative numbers have parentheses around them so you know that it's a negative number. So we've got that set of parentheses and that set of parentheses. Let's simplify this one. This is negative 2 minus a negative 1. Just like we talked about a second ago, minus a negative plus a positive. So this becomes negative 2 plus 1, which is negative 1. If we simplify this side, negative 10 plus 3 is negative 7. And a negative times a negative is a positive. And 1 times 7 is 7. Why do I put the line through those? Because I can hear some of you asking right now, or maybe even your parents are asking this. Why do I put a line through a 7? It's so I know that's not a 1. Okay, that'll happen. So number 6, 6 minus negative 8 plus negative 4 plus 5. There you go. We're into our basics here with this one again, right? Minus a negative is plus a positive. 6 plus 8 is 14. Plus negative 4 plus 5 plus a negative. Add the opposite. That's subtraction. We could turn this into subtraction. This is the same as saying 14 minus 4. So if you got 14 and add a negative number to it, that's the same as subtraction. This is 10 plus 5, and that gives us 15. All right, what else we got in here? Down here, here's the ones that are kind of interesting. Well, I mean, they're all interesting. Math is always interesting, right? So this is where we're bringing the algebra into it, because I want you to remember how to do substitution. What does substitution mean? It means putting something in for something else. Like if I have a substitute teacher, well, probably not this year, but if I have a substitute teacher, somebody is standing in for me. They've substituted themselves for me. In this case, we've got x minus 2x plus y divided by 4, and we have things to substitute. When we see x over here, instead we're going to use negative 10. So this is like negative 10 minus 2 times negative 10 plus 1y, whenever we see y, we're going to use negative 8. Negative 8 divided by 4. Okay, we need to do multiplication and division left to right. Negative 10 minus 2 times negative 10. This is minus negative 20. We'll get to that in a second. I know. Negative 8 divided by 4 plus negative 2. Well, you already know what I'm going to say. Minus a negative is plus a positive. Negative 10 plus 20 is 10 plus negative 2 plus negative 2, right? So it's adding a negative number. So I'm taking away, and I will get 8. There we go. Number 8. Speaking of 8s, here we go. We've got x minus 1 minus zx. And remember, if you've got two letters next to each other with nothing in between, that indicates multiplication. So this is z times x right there. Okay, so we got to put negative 9 in for x, so negative 9 minus 1 minus z, which is 6, times negative 9, which is x. Make sure I'm going to put that in parentheses there, so I know it's multiplication. So I got to do my inside the parentheses business first, and inside those parentheses, I still have to follow order of operations. I'm going to do the multiplication. Negative 9 minus 1 minus 6 times negative 9 is negative 54. Minus a negative, that's still plus a positive, still plus a positive. So this is negative 9 minus 55. Right, and the reason is this is a positive 55, and this negative outside, or the subtraction out front, makes it negative. Okay, so negative 9 minus 55 is negative 64. All right, so that was the math side of things, and it's a first quiz, right? Quiz. What I really wanted you to get out of this is, do you remember the order of operations, number 1? 2, can you do the substitution, right? This is where the algebra part comes in. So what I want to do right now is I'm going to show you the 3 things that I want you to write about in a private comment to me in the spot that says PA1 Quick Quiz 1 Corrections and Reflections. So let's go back to the computer and take a look at that real quick. All right, so here is the thing that I would like you guys to look at here. It is this right here. To move it to the correct screen, we're going to take a look at it together. Okay, so it says, please upload your corrections and reflections for PA1 Order of Operations Quick Quiz. Number 1, for Quick Quiz 1, please put your reflections in a private comment in Google Classroom. The 3 questions are, what did you do well on this assignment? What part of the assignment do you still need work on? In other words, what didn't go as well? And number 3 is the one that we don't always think about. This is the one that we got to really make sure we improve this year, and that is, what are you going to do to make improvements? So you've got things that didn't go well, but how do you make things go well? How do you make those changes to make that happen? So, with that said, I hope that was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, still let me know. Take care and have a great day.